Christian clergymen have been urged to make paradigm shift in the type of sermon they preach by injecting more moral behavior teaching to their congregation. The chairman Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter, Pastor Yemi David, made this call at a press conference to intimate the media on the activities of the PFN in Lagos State. Pastor Yemi David says Christians ought to be a blessing to others around them rather than be the architect of the downfall of the neighbors.
So we need to keep injecting the things that people need to know in terms of moral behavior, in terms of moving from self-centeredness to being a blessing to other people. If that campaign, which I think we should do more in our next year or next 2 years, that if you are preaching about healing, but still hard that people need to know how to be a blessing to others, that when you pull others down, it's not for you to rise. I think the content of our messages has to be more robust to help a cultural shift. A cultural shift. If that is which I think is the next phase for the body of Christ in Nigeria.
Speaking on the state of the nation, Pastor Yemi David says governance does not start from the top, but from the locality where each and every citizen and resident comes from. He urged Nigerians to show patriotism towards the nation, and they shall enjoy the benefit of the country.
And we have to also take it beyond government. That people complain about the state government, about the national government or whatever, but it starts with you. What are you doing about your own, your own community? I see people do things and I ask myself, is this the president? Is this the governor? It is you. It is you. You are pulling a fellow Nigerian down by the thing you are doing, and it's unfair for you.
We are doing community service. We clean up our environment. A few weeks ago, you must have seen me leading the people, and we're cleaning the gutter. I want to affect community. We are even putting boreholes. We're using our churches to affect lives. It's one of the cardinal points of PFN, community development. So we are very, very active. And I can tell you that is how it is in all the 21 provinces of Lagos State.
Beyond just on the pulpit, we want to reach outside there so that everybody will know and experience the church.
Dealing with the issue of governance. Number one, PFN cannot be partisan. Yes, it can be partisan. But we can be practical. We can be proactive. We can do a few things.
While speaking on the role of PFN on women and children, Reverend Mrs. Josephina Shiwaju says the fellowship has trained over 7,000 women, widows and children on moral values and empowerment in the past month.
Children of PFN, over almost about 700, gathered together. They were taught sexuality, governance, and all that. You'll be shocked the things they were taught from age 9 to from age 7 to 15. Amazing. So we are not leaving any stone unturned.
They're not just women, but they have a part to play in the society. So it's no more like the usual thing of sitting down and let's do it, let's see what we can do. But they are now coming out to become a voice. They are beginning to feel important, and they are reaching out more than where we are thinking we are reaching out.
They say the PFN Lagos State Chapter, as part of its humanitarian gesture, extend hands of support through provision of palliative worth 60 tons of relief materials and support to the internally displaced people in Benue and the Mid-Belt. The call for continuous support from the media as the fellowship continue to implement some of its program coming up later in the year.